Hi everyone, I'm so excited to be continuing to learn about the continent Africa, and today we are learning about the country Zambia. Can you say Zambia with me? It starts with a z, z, z. It is Zambia. And this is the Zambia flag. Come along, let's learn about Zambia together.
Hi, I'm Robbie. Hi, I'm Susie.
Hi, I'm Miss Carly, the teacher. It's time for
Hometime
with Robbie and Susie.
I have hands,
I have hands.
watch me clap.
Watch me clap.
Oh, what a miracle am I. I have feet,
I have feet.
watch me stand.
Watch me stand.
Oh, what a miracle am I. Oh, what a miracle, oh, what a miracle, every little part of me. I'm something special, so very special, there's nobody quite like me. I have arms,
I have arms.
watch me swing.
Watch me swing.
Oh, what a miracle am I have legs,
I have legs.
they can bend and stretch.
They can bend and stretch.
Oh, what a miracle am I. Oh, what a miracle, oh, what a miracle, every little part of me. I'm something special, so very special, there's nobody quite like me. I have a spine,
I have a spine.
it can twist and bend.
It can twist and bend.
Oh, what a miracle am I have a 1 foot,
I have a 1 foot.
watch me balance.
Watch me balance.
Oh, what a miracle am I. Oh, what a miracle, oh, what a miracle, every little part of me. I'm something special, so very special, there's nobody quite like me. There's nobody quite like me.
Hi everyone, as we are learning about the country Zambia, there's an animal that lives in Zambia, and that's the African elephant. Did you know that the African elephant is the largest elephant in the world? I have a song about an elephant as well. Would you like to sing it with me? It goes like this. Elephant, elephant, large and grey, swings his trunk along the way. His ears are big, his tusks are white. Don't be scared, he does not bite. Elephant, elephant, large and grey, swings his trunk along the way. Would you like to sing that again? Okay. Elephant, elephant, large and grey, swings his trunk along the way. His ears are big, his tusks are white. Don't be scared, he does not bite. Elephant, elephant, large and grey, swings his trunk along the way. Did you like that song? I hope you enjoyed it.
Well, Lauren, I loved your song about the elephants. I love elephants. They're one of my most favorite African animals. Do you like elephants? I love their long trunks and their big grey ears, just like Lauren's song. When I go on a safari, they're one of the things I love to see in the bush. And you know, I love baby elephants. They are so sweet. They've got little furry things all over their body, and they have these sweet little trunks that they don't know what to do with, because an elephant's trunk has got so many special cells called nerves in their trunk. And when a baby elephant is born, he doesn't know how to use his trunk. Just like when a baby is born, a human baby, they've got to learn to walk. And in the same way, a baby elephant has to learn to use his trunk. And so he doesn't know how to use it in the water, and he makes a big splash and he tries to get the water into his mouth, but it just goes everywhere. And sometimes an elephant will dig in the dust and they'll spray dust all over their body because that helps to keep them clean and keep all the bugs off them. And a baby elephant tries to do that and it just goes all over the place and makes a big mess. And it's really fun to watch them. Well, I have a story today, and it's an African folklore story about an elephant. And it's called How the Elephant Got His Trunk. Now remember, it's a folklore story, which means that it's kind of a made-up story of how an elephant got its trunk. It's not a real way an elephant got its trunk, but it's a fun story anyway. So let's see how the elephant got its trunk. Long, long ago in Africa, the elephants that roamed the veld, which is like a savanna where the grass grows, it's where elephants love to live, looked much like they do today. They were the biggest of all the animals, with huge bellies and heavy legs. The elephants had enormous ears and 2 white tusks. But there was something quite different about the elephants all those many years ago. Can you see what's different about those elephants? They did not have a long trunk. Instead, all the elephants had short and rather funny little noses. They do look rather funny, don't they? Feeding was difficult for such cumbersome creatures. They would have to bend down on their knees and eat the grass, because elephants usually use their trunks to eat grass. Drinking was also not very easy. The elephants would have to wade into the water and kneel down to quench their thirst because their trunks were so short. What a hard life they had. One day, the herd of elephants had wandered far in search of water. Eventually, they found a new river, and before long, they were kneeling in the cool water to gulp down as much as they could. Look at them, trying to get as much water into their tiny little trunks as they could. Oh, and I see all sorts. That looks like an interesting lizard. It looks like a gecko. There's 2 little fish, and there's a frog in the pond. What the elephants did not know was that the river was home to an old crocodile. The crocodile was big and strong and always hungry. When the crocodile saw these enormous creatures, he was very happy. One of these big animals would make a lovely meal, he thought, as he swam slowly closer, with only his eyes peering out from under the water. Ooh, he's a very good hider. His whole body's under the water and only his eyes. You can only see his eyes. The elephants did not notice the greedy crocodile approaching. Too busy were they slurping up the water on their bent knees. As Crocodile got closer, he slowly opened his long jaws wider and wider until, oh, snap! He clamped his mouth over a young elephant's nose. Oh no! Oh no! The poor young elephant got such a fright that he immediately pulled backwards to free himself. The crocodile himself was also surprised. Usually, catching a creature was easy work. And so the struggle began. Back and forth they tugged. Sometimes it looked as though the crocodile might win. But then the elephant tugged with all his might, and he managed to pull the crocodile onto the riverbank. But then the crocodile would pull the other way again. The other elephants looked on anxiously, all cheering loudly when the elephant seemed to be winning. Look at them all cheering, and the little frog is cheering, and the gecko's cheering. They're all cheering the elephant. Oh my goodness, soon a crowd of other animals gathered at the water. Monkeys and zebras, buck and warthog, flamingos and many more, all cheering the elephant on because at one time or another they had all lost a friend to the jaws of that nasty crocodile. Oh my goodness, I wonder who's going to win. The sun was setting, and after struggling for many hours, the exhausted elephant made a final big tug and whomp. Landing on his bottom, he was free. The angry crocodile disappeared back into the depths of the water. Oh, I'm so glad the little elephant is free. The animals on the riverbank cheered and rejoiced, so happy that the young elephant was safe and that someone had finally beaten the ugly old croc. Look at them all cheering. There's a giraffe. He's come along too to cheer them all on. Eventually, when all the other animals had left, the tired young elephant noticed that the older elephants were whispering to each other worriedly. Look at them, they're all looking at him. I wonder why. Can you see why? His younger friends, on the other hand, were sniggering and laughing. His sore and throbbing nose was what they were all talking about. See? Tee-hee, they were saying. Peering at his reflection in a puddle next to him, the elephant realized why they were making such a fuss. His nose had been stretched so long that it now looked like a snake. His trunk has got so long. While the young elephant was rather upset with his strange new nose, he did realize, however, that he was lucky to be alive. And so he decided there and then to make the best of his long and winding snout. His long and winding snout. He looks happy. And that's exactly what he did. Soon it was the other elephants that were feeling sorry for themselves. With Elephant's new trunk, he was able to reach the highest branches for juicy leaves, and no longer did he kneel to drink. He could simply slurp up the water with his fantastic new nose. Well, that's much better, isn't it? It wasn't long before the other elephants made their way back to that riverbank to have a tug of war with the old crocodile. One by one, they came back with their stretched noses, and each elephant discovered how wonderful it was to have a long trunk instead of a short, stumpy nose. Look at them all, getting a longer nose. From that time on, all elephants were born with a long, winding and very useful trunk. Look at that. Now they can reach the leaves in the trees. They don't have to bend down when they drink the water. Crocodiles still try to catch elephants every now and then, but luckily it's usually the elephants that win. Well, I never. Isn't that an interesting story about how elephants got their nice long trunk? Well, I enjoyed that story about the elephants. I hope you did too. Would you like to join me in a song about elephants? It's a really cool song. Okay, now we're going to be counting and singing about grey elephants because elephants are grey. Okay, ready? Let's go. One grey elephant balancing step by step on a piece of string. Thought it such a marvelous sight, he caught up another little elephant. Two little elephants balancing step by step on a piece of string. Thought it such a marvelous sight, they called up another little elephant. Now, how many do we have? Three little elephants balancing step by step on a piece of string. Thought it such a marvelous sight, they called up another little elephant. Now we have four little elephants balancing step by step on a piece of string. Thought it such a marvelous sight, they called up another little elephant. Now we have five little elephants balancing step by step on a piece of string. Thought it such a marvelous sight, they called up another little elephant. Wow, 5 elephants balancing on a string. I hope that's a very strong string. Now we are going to go and make an elephant with Lauren. Come on, let's go and see.
Hi everyone. Bev, that was such a great story that you read today about the elephant. I have an elephant experience. Would you like to create it with me?
Oh, I'd love to.
Awesome. So what you do need is you need milk bottles. So we are going to be using recycled milk bottles because it's really good for the environment and our real elephants in the world that we recycle our bottles.
Good idea.
So how to create it is I'm going to give you this one.
Thank you.
And on the table here we have some glue and we have some collage materials here, all different types because we can create any elephant that we would like. And we have some scissors and some sticky tape. So what you need to do is we do need to cut our milk bottles. And so to do that is we're going to cut halfway. So you're going to cut along here all the way around. Okay. And so we're going to take off the bottom. Okay, but we really need the top bit because that is going to make our elephant. Okay. So the best thing to do is to try and put your scissors in and we're going to go all the way around.
Okay.
So you have to use muscles.
Nice sharp scissors.
They are. You may need a grown-up's help to do this. And so if you ask a grown-up help or a teacher, they will help you with the scissors. So we cut all the way around and we need to free up this part here. So we need to cut a triangle because this part here is going to be our trunk of the elephant. This long part here. So we need to make sure his trunk is free because it's a bit stuck at the moment. So we use our scissors carefully. Oh, what you can do is you can cut all the way along like that and then you can cut around it.
Okay.
Just like that. And our trunk is free. So I'm going to cut a little bit off the trunk as well, like this. And then we need to give an elephant legs.
Yes.
So elephants have 4 legs.
4 legs.
So how we're going to make legs is we are going to cut an oval on each side. So on each side of the trunk, we're going to cut an oval there and an oval on that side.
Okay.
Elephants have really big legs, don't they? Like really big,
They do.
solid legs.
They do.
And they have really big toes as well.
They do.
Yeah.
They do. And you know, they can walk, when they walk through the bush, because they've got such big feet, they can walk really quietly.
Really?
If you're walking in the bush and an elephant is walking close by you, you won't even know they're there.
Wow. I've heard elephants can be quite silent. So we need, once you've cut out your ovals or your legs, you need to keep these parts because these are going to be the elephant's ears.
That's cool.
Okay, so we'll put them aside because we need to decorate our elephant next. And
Okay.
so the first thing I think I'm going to do is I might put its eyes on
Okay.
before
Good
I
idea.
decorate. You can decorate yours if you'd like as well.
Well, I think they do need some eyes on first.
Okay, so we have some googly eyes or we have some bottle caps, but I think I'm going to use googly eyes and you can use whichever one you want. We need some glue to stick these on.
I think I'll use some googly eyes too. That
So-
look good.
So I've heard that, I read that elephants have fantastic memories and they actually remember for a very, very, very long time.
Really?
Yeah, which is sometimes longer than what humans can remember.
Wow, really?
Yeah. So that shows that that they can remember, you know, other elephants and friends.
Yes.
And if they lose a friend because they live in herds, if they happen to lose a friend and they see them after a very long time, they will remember them.
Amazing, hey?
Yeah.
Wow.
And
What
did
good
you
memories.
also know that elephants will usually walk around in herds and they're mainly girls or females?
Oh, really?
Yep, there's boys in there, but once the boys become adults, they then move away to join other adult elephants.
Yes.
But all the girls walk around together and they're aunties and
Yes.
cousins and mums and they all help raise the babies together.
Oh, isn't that nice?
It's
So it's not just one mum has to look after her baby. She has help.
She does. She has help from all her sisters and cousins and aunties and mother.
And you know, baby elephants need a lot of help.
They do.
It's just as well.
Yeah.
They don't only have one person who looks after them.
I loved hearing you talk about the baby elephant with the
With
trunks
his trunk,
and
yes.
they don't know how to use it.
Yes, they don't. They have to watch. They try and do what their mums and sisters and aunties are doing, but it doesn't work very well until they get a little older.
I guess it's like children learning how to walk and how to run.
Just like children.
So I am going to put my ears on now.
Okay.
Because elephants have large, big, floppy ears.
They do.
So I'm going to use some tape. So can I please use some of the sticky
Yeah,
tape?
sure can.
And from where we cut out our legs, we are going to tape on our elephant ears.
Find a good spot to put the ears. Can you hold it for
I
me?
sure can.
Thank you.
And so as you can see, I'm putting my other elephant ear. Whoop. Hopefully my ear stays on.
Elephants use their ears
Might change my ears.
for all sorts of things, do you know, Lauren?
So they can listen with them? What else
They
can
do
they do?
listen with them, and they use them to keep cool.
To keep cool?
It's one of the main things they use their ears for. It's one of the main ways they keep cool, because it does get really, really hot in Africa, and they flap their ears like this, and it keeps them cool.
So I'm going to start decorating my elephant.
Okay.
And so I put some glue on. My elephant is going to be grey and I think think I'm going to choose grey and some yellow.
Good idea.
So I've heard in Africa, Bev, that there's something called the Big Five and that the elephant is one of them. What does the Big Five mean?
Yes, the big five, they are always the things that people want to see when they come to Africa on a safari. And they get very excited when they see them. And these are actually the big five. So there is an elephant. I'm just going to have a look where he is. There's the elephant. There is a leopard. People love seeing a leopard.
And that's a leopard there.
Yes. So that's
the
the leopard
spots.
there with the spots.
Yeah.
Leopards are beautiful.
Yeah.
And there's a lion.
Yes.
Yes.
I'd be very excited to see a lion.
Yes. They're amazing. That's the buffalo. He's also on the list of the big five.
Yeah.
And buffalo have very, very big, strong horns.
They look very big.
Sometimes buffalo even chase lions away.
Wow, they are brave.
Lions are scared of buffalo. And the last one that's on the part of the big five is the rhino. That's that one over there. You can see it's got a really, really big horn.
Wow, thank you for sharing that with me.
Oh, you're welcome.
How are you going with your elephant?
My elephant's coming along. How's
That's
yours
good.
coming along?
It's good. Mine is
Oh.
very grey and I chose to have a yellow trunk, but I have run out of yellow, so I'm going to be doing blue, like the elephant is dipping their trunk in the water.
Good idea.
You can create any colour that you'd like on your elephant. I love yours, Bev.
Wonderful. He's a sweet little elephant.
Mine
Oh,
is
I
very,
like yours too.
mine is very colourful
It is.
and it has little ears, so mine might be a younger elephant or a smaller
Yes.
elephant.
Yes, I think so. That'll be a very young little elephant.
So you can create your own elephant at home and we'd love to see it. So please share with your teachers and we can't wait to see you next time. Bye.
Bye.